I have been following generative AI search with active interest for a while now, largely because, from a marketing perspective, it is still a bit of a puzzle. The more I read about Gen AI search, its new capabilities, I am amazed at the speed at which this technology is maturing. Yet, I am left with so many questions and insufficient answers. So, let's start from what we know so far and see what we can do as marketers to become discoverable through Gen AI search. Based on my research so far, I think the best way to approach this topic is to look at it from three perspectives: the large language models or LLMs that power Gen AI search, the user who is searching using a prompt, and us, the marketers. Starting with LLMs. First, the language models have to understand the context of the user's prompt. Basically, what is the intent behind what the user is searching for? It would use machine learning to identify websites that can provide information which is relevant to the intent behind the prompt. Then it uses language processing capabilities to understand the content of the website. This allows the Gen AI search to identify the information that is most relevant to the intent behind the prompt. Finally, Gen AI search uses deep learning frameworks to generate a response to the user. It goes beyond delivering a response though. It also suggests questions related to that prompt. Wait, all this is not as easy as it's made out to be. There is so much more that these LLMs are doing that needs to be understood better. Once the LLMs gather understanding the context and the intent behind the prompt, they use machine learning to identify the websites. But how? Well, it's a multivariate equation. The algorithm looks at the websites that have matching keywords, synonyms, and related terms. Then it goes beyond keyword matching and considers the context of the words on the website. How does it do that though? Well, Gen AI search language models have been trained on massive text data that enable them to grasp the meaning and relationships between words, phrases, and sentences. This makes it possible for LLMs to gain understanding of context and theme of the website. These models also have been trained to identify named entities, that is, people, organizations, locations, and products or services. Now that the Gen AI algo has understood the user's context and intent and identified relevant websites relating to that prompt, it also considers certain technical aspects of the website. It analyzes whether the website is adequately structured, it has proper metadata, it has good quality backlinks, it has a good page loading speed, it is mobile friendly, and so much more. It also looks at certain qualitative factors like if the website content gives signals of expertise, depth of knowledge, factual accuracy, technical language that has been used, and references to credible sources. It determines the overall coherence and structure of information the website is providing based on these parameters. LLMs evaluate website content based on other parameters as well, like whether the content has unique and up to date information and it is mapped according to the user journey to give the best possible experience. They also factor in the user engagement metrics like click through rates, dwell time, and bounce rates on search result pages. Let me explain what these metrics mean. LLMs look at the data of which links got most clicks, how much time did the user spend on a website before returning back to the search results, and how much time has passed before the user closed the search window also play a role in generating the best possible response to a prompt. If we take a few steps back, the content quality, trustworthiness, authority, performance, mobile friendliness, and search metrics are some of the key factors the GenAI search models look at before generating a response to the user. Users, on the other hand, sit at the center of this entire play of online search and information discovery. Generative AI search engines like Google Gemini and Bing are designed specifically for one purpose: shorten the online search journeys for an average user and provide the information they are looking for. But then, what is the difference between generative AI search and plain vanilla search that we have been using so far? For one, Gen AI's chatbot esque interface makes online search conversational. It is closer to how humans interact with each other. Since it is conversational, it can be personalized for each user in tonality too. But that is somewhat a work in progress. But the current output indicates that we are headed in that direction. So, for an average user, it is about speed, relevance, accuracy, and experience. Basically, they want the information that they are looking for to be delivered quickly, be almost exact, if not fully exact, to the intent behind their prompt, be factually correct, and be accessible in simple, cohesive, and seamless way on a device of their choice. Their demographics, preferences, and online behavior become a major determinant of whether a particular online search journey was meaningful to them or not. Now, whether you are an experienced marketer or a likely marketer, you are looking to tell story of your business to expand its brand visibility, keep your customers engaged, lead them to conversion, and nurture a warm relationship with them. To do this, you need to get your house in order. By your house, I mean the understanding of your customer personas, the website, content, tone, and voice of that content, a typical journey of your customer throughout the sales cycle, and make it all seamless and entertaining. Sounds easy, right? Nope, far from it. If you are marketing for an established business, you have a lot of information and data sitting within the organization that can get you started with having a good understanding of your customer personas and preferences. If you are a startup or an established business new to digital marketing space, you can carve out an ideal persona and refine it by running multiple campaigns over 12 to 18 months to gain a better understanding. With this understanding, you can start aligning with the user's perspective I talked about earlier. Review and or develop website content according to the user journey through the funnel. Technically structure your website according to the user journey, create a proper website schema, interlink relevant pages to inform, educate, engage, and convert customers, use different content formats, blogs, videos, graphics, infographics, etc. Keep the content fresh and optimize everything with proper metadata, and make sure your website loads fast and is mobile ready. Of course, all that website content also gets promoted through email marketing and social media channels. Get online brand mentions and social media engagement by posting website content combined with attractive visuals. Collectively, all these efforts will increase chances of your website content ranking higher and start appearing in generative search responses. I have just listed a long list of activities that can be very overwhelming for any marketer to digest and implement. Thankfully, there are free analytics tools that can support and make this journey easier and meaningful. But what to measure and why? The best way to look at all this is from a user's journey perspective because it is fundamental to how the users will look at your products or services no matter which stage of the funnel they are at. Also, that will give confidence to generative AI search models to consider your website content in generating response to your prompt. You can start by building a list of search keywords that are relevant to your business. Make it exhaustive. Make sure that you have a healthy mix of short tail and long tail keywords and analyze the search volume data to narrow down to a targeted list of money keywords that your target audience is likely to search. It is a very good indicator of the online demand for your products or services. It will also give insights into their user intent. Compare your website content and structure to see if there are any gaps in terms of website content and shortlisted keywords. If there are keywords that a website is not talking about, then you need to develop content around those keywords. It is preferable to have a dedicated page for each keyword. Extend this exercise to mapping your website content to a typical user journey that is relevant to your industry and business domain. This might show gaps in your content strategy. You may have missed out developing content for a particular stage of the funnel. Of course, it will flow into your content development plan. Then look at the depth of knowledge your content has by looking at the user sessions of each page versus the search volume of the keyword that page is catering to. You can also compare the volume of sessions with your competitors' pages to get a sense of where your page sits in the market. But you would need paid tools for such kind of information. If you don't have the budget or have a small team or just starting out, plan it for a later stage. Bucket your list of keywords into broader categories to develop overarching themes. These themes would be specific to the intent behind a particular search term. Analyze the total sessions that the pages under each theme are getting vis-a-vis the total search volume. This will give you insights into how relevant your website content is to the user intent. Now that you have the understanding of the content depth, relevancy, and overarching themes, it is also necessary to look at how the users are engaging with each content. Scroll depth will give you understanding of how far the user is scrolling. If they are not scrolling beyond a point, what can be done? Look at sessions per user to get the understanding how many of them are returning to the website each month. Bounce rate is also a good indicator of how relevant a particular page is for the users. Combine it with path to acquisition metric to understand how the user reached that page and which page did it move to, or did the user close the window altogether. Look at average session duration to get the sense of how much time an average user is spending on a page. Slice it with new and returning users to understand which type of user needs to be catered to in terms of refreshing or updating the content. Is it even needed? Please note that these metrics are mostly relevant for non converting pages. Conversion pages have a single purpose: converting the user. These pages can have a high bounce rate, low scroll depth, and less session duration as we want the user to quickly submit the form. Using this approach to look at your website structure and content can help with better search engine crawlability, improve your search rankings, and remaining relevant to the users as well as Gen AI search algorithms. This approach is likely to impact your current content strategy. But leveraging the data that is currently available to improve your content depth and relevance, you can pivot and align your website content with the journey of your ideal customer and the GenAI search large language models. It is important to bear in mind that Gen AI search models are rapidly getting better in terms of understanding the user intent and generating high quality responses. This will soon allow them to personalize and hyper personalize content to each user as well. Marketers need to take advantage of the website and social media data available with them to make necessary tweaks to their website, content, and overall marketing strategies. This can help make their website content and overall brand identity more discoverable through GenAI search responses. It will also help align their website and content with the user journeys, create opportunities for higher engagement, and lead the users to conversion. Are you currently tracking any of the metrics that I talked about in this episode? How are you using them to meet your marketing goals? Share your thoughts, rate, and share this episode if you found it useful. Talk to you in the next one.